You have probably 15 to 20 years of experience building a $1 million pipeline for other companies. But when it comes to finding just 3 to 5 clients for yourself, you're completely lost. Most people fail because, and you are probably failing because you're trying to reach everyone instead of focusing on the right people. And you know that because you've probably told that to every business that you have been part of. You're probably sending hundreds of cold emails, posting content on LinkedIn or into the void, and then burning out and wondering why people are not responding to you because you're acting like an SDR, whereas you are an experienced executive. What if I told you that there is a better way? What if you could identify exactly 100 dream clients and build relationships that last for years? Look, you've already done that because you have a 15, 20 years of experience. And because you have that kind of experience, look, you can design your life the way you want. This is called Dream 100 strategy. Instead of chasing thousands of prospects, you focus on building deep relationship with 100 ideal clients. And guess what? You already have those 100 first degree connections, most likely on LinkedIn, because you have 10, 20 years of experience in that particular industry, in that particular vertical. And I'm going to just show you the math here. You only need 3 to 5 clients paying you about $10K per month to build a $500K plus business. That's it. Think about that. 3 to 5 clients, $10K a month, $500,000 business. The Dream 100 gives you a systematic way to find and connect with these high value prospects. Today, I'll show you how to do this thing. Sangram here. I have built over $200 million companies, written 3 books. The last one actually became a Wall Street Journal bestseller, and trained over 70,000 B2B professionals. Most importantly, I've helped hundreds of go-to-market leaders, like just look at Don, who booked 8 meetings in the first 30 days, or Sue Foley, who went from figuring out how to pay for a mortgage to landing 4 clients in 30 days. Using the exact system, the operating system, you can look at the entire marketplace here, right here, all the go-to-marketplace where we are training lots of people just like you who have 10, 20, 30 years of experience and helping them find this financial freedom with the fractional work, because you've already done the grind, the hard work. It's time for you to build the business for yourself as opposed to somebody else. So I'm going to walk you through a 5-step process, and I'm going to break it down. This is going to be very tactical. So take your pen and paper. We're going to go through this. It's a 5-step process. Here's step number 1. Step number 1 is to define your ideal client profile. First, get crystal clear about this, because if you don't know who you're going after, this becomes infinitely hard. Don't just say SaaS companies. Be very specific. Industry, legal tech, fintech, or whatever you specialize in. Company size, let's say 50 to 500 employees or 10 million to 100 million in revenue. Location, if you prefer certain time zones. A growth stage, Series A, B companies, or scaling with their go-to-market. For example, Series B legal tech companies, 100 to 300 employees based in the US, struggling with go-to-market alignment. That's very specific. You're going to get the right list. Which brings me to step number 2. This is the LinkedIn search, and you can use either a free way of doing this thing or use a tool called Sales Navigator that most people use. Now, I'm going to show you these 2 ways, and either one of them is fine. You absolutely can build your Dream 100 list without spending a dime, but I want to show you both options and let you pick. Method number 1, free LinkedIn search, no Sales Navigator required. Let's start with the free method. Here's how to make regular LinkedIn search work for you. Go to LinkedIn search, type legal tech CEO or legal software founder. Click on people filter and use the location filter, United States. Look for current company titles that include your keywords. Now I'm getting people who are CEOs at legal tech companies. It's not as clean as Sales Navigator, but it works. Here's the key. You have to manually verify each result. Click on their profile, check their current company, look at company size, usually mentioned under the About section. Visit the company website to confirm they fit your ICP. Try different search combinations. Let's say legal technology VP sales, legal tech CMO, legal software CRO, contract management CEO. Another free method, find one ideal company, go to their LinkedIn company page, click See All Employees, and look for similar companies in the People Also Viewed section. Now let me show you method number 2. This is using the Sales Navigator. Go to the Account Filters tab, set your filter, company headcount 200 to 500, industry, choose your filter, headquarter location, United States. Look at that. From 140,000 companies, this is mind blowing, by the way, from 140,000 companies down to below 2,000 that match your exact criteria. This is your universe, your target, everything that you want to know ever. You should have to never ever go, if you're in the legal tech world, to any other account or any other search. This is it. The free method works, but it takes about 10x longer. With free LinkedIn, you might spend 2-3 hours to find 10 good ICPs. With Sales Navigator, you could find 100 in the same amount. But here's what matters most. Both methods work. I've seen people build 6-figure fractional business using just the free LinkedIn search. Don't forget, it's not about the tools, it's about consistency and focus. Which brings me to step number 3, quality over quantity based on your research. Regardless of which method you use, don't just add every company to your list. This is how you waste your time. Click through each one, visit their website. Does it look professional? Check their recent funding or growth announcements. Look at their team size on LinkedIn. Verify the actual need for go-to-market help, which ultimately brings me to step number 4. How do you find the right decision makers? For each qualified company, find 2 or 3 decision makers. In the Sales Navigator method, you can literally use people search, filter by company name and titles. Using a free method, you'll have to do is search company name CEO or go to their company page or browse employees. You need to manually check all people, or you can also filter by keywords like this. Pro tip, both methods, look for people who have been in the roles 6 to 18 months. They're most likely to need help because they've probably gone through hell to be in the place they're in. Step number 5. This is the money step. Build your dream 100 spreadsheet. As a matter of fact, if you type template at the bottom, or if you go and click the link and get the free course, you will send you the template so you can use this template to make sure that you create your dream 100 list. Because once you have the list, everything changes for you. So how do you do this? Well, create a simple spreadsheet with these columns: company name, decision maker name and title, LinkedIn profile URL, company website, why they are a good fit, last interaction date, and next action. This becomes your roadmap. You're not randomly searching or reaching out to people. You have a strategic list and exactly who you want to work with. Now, finally, this is a bonus one, which is step number 6, because we already thought about 5 steps, but I thought this 6th step is going to be very important for you. Here's the secret. Don't pitch immediately. Build relationships first. And most likely you already have a relationship with these people, because this should all be in your first degree connection if you have worked in it. If not, get the connection. Guess what? Because you're an executive, you don't even need to send a message like, hey, I want to have more time with you, because that doesn't make any sense. You're an executive. So reach out to them as an executive. Just send a connection request with no comments whatsoever. It actually works. I know it's counterintuitive, but it works. If you say, I want to learn more about your business, anybody can sniff out that it's actually you're trying to sell them. So week 1 to 2, follow their content, like or comment thoughtfully. When you do that, you earn the right to send that connection request. In the weeks, let's say from 3 to 4, you're sharing relevant insight or articles they find valuable. In your case, you could send the go-to-market assessment. That's what Don and Sue and Shelly and all the go-to-market marketplace leaders, we have created a white label assessment for them. So what they can do is come up with the assessment results and send them as a DM and saying, hey, is this look like right? Looks like your company is in a problem market fit or product market fit or platform market fit issue. Does that seem right? I'm happy to run through this assessment for you. Now there is that conversation. Or we have written a book move. So a lot of our partners would just literally ship them the book and say, hey, can you take a look at this big book? It's a Wall Street Journal bestseller. And when you read it, I want to have a call with you, because I think there is something in here on page 68 to 72 that actually fits your specific persona. Guess what? They're going to receive the book. It allows you to follow up with them a week later. And then they're able to have a conversation because you've already deposited a lot of goodwill with them. That's when sending a connection request with a personalized note makes sense. And in week 6, 7, 8, at that point, you're finally are having conversation with them where the problems that you're going to talk about are going to uncover all kinds of things to work on. Remember, you are playing the long game. And if you do this 5-10 times a day, you will literally get to a point where you're going to have 3 meetings a week. And that's our goal for every single go-to-market leader. Try to have on average 1 to 3 meetings a week. When you do that through a 10-week challenge, that's what we encourage every single go-to-market OS certified partner that we have that goes through the program. We say, go sign up for a 10-week challenge with us. In 10 weeks, you do X number of things, very simple but strategic, like you figure out the right accounts and follow up consistently. Over a period of next 10 weeks, you will be able to have 1 to 3 meetings every single week, and that allows you to take the pressure off. And these relationships can actually take you to the new business. Your relationship and your experience in that industry is your leverage. Never ever underestimate the value of what you have already put in 20 years of work that you have done. Here's why this method works. Instead of sending 1,000 generic cold emails, which you should not if you have 10-20 plus years of experience, you're not a 10-20-year-old out of school trying to figure out what to do. You're actually building 100 meaningful relationships or reinvesting in those relationships that you have had or built over the last 10-20 years. Instead, what you're doing is, instead of hoping someone finds your content and posts randomly, or you should not try to be a LinkedIn influencer. If that's what you want to be, this video is not for you. This is for people who are actually saying, you know what, I have put in 20 years of work in it. I know the work cold. I know this industry really well, or vertical, or whatever size business or problem that you're solving. I need to strategically connect with people so we can actually work together, because ultimately you want to have more fun doing what you do at this point in your life and stage. Don, for example, used this exact process and had 8 qualified meetings in 30 days. Sue, as I've shared before, has went from 0 clients to fully booking timeframe, and Shelly, and I can just go on and on with all the list. Again, here's the list of all the people in the go-to-marketplace that you can just see are doing this for real. The difference is they have focus and a strategy and a system, not just trying to get more expensive tools. So look, you have the expertise. You just need a system. That's why I created a free course. Go check it out. Make sure if you're an experienced go-to-market leader, don't want to be an LinkedIn influencer, but actually make 10, 20, 30K a month with strategic engagements, then this is for you. You should think about going fractional if you're not already. With the description, that's what we do. That's what we teach. And remember, you already have 10, 20 years of experience. You have built pipeline worth millions for other people and other companies. It's time to build one for yourself. I'll share exactly how to do that thing in the free course. See you there.